Hello, my crafty friends. If you're here for the replay, I'm glad you're watching it. Um, I'm going to wait for a few people to get here before I actually start doing anything because it's no fun if nobody's watching. Hello. Glad you're here. I'm going to do a little show and tell, and then I want to work on my play on the jelly plate. I haven't done that in a long time, and I'm kind of in the mood. So, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Well, the one person who was here left, so maybe nobody wants to watch today. I guess that'll be okay. I'm going to find my jelly plate, and I'll be right back. Well, I may not be playing on the jelly plate today because I can't get to my big one. Well, I could play with the little ones, I guess, the weird shaped ones, but I was wanting to play on my 5x7 plate, but I can't find it now. That's frustrating. Because I'm really in the mood to play on a jelly plate. But I can't remember where I put it when I moved stuff. I thought I knew, but I just looked there and it's not there. Hi, Kay. Hi, Christy. Hi, Brittany. I'm glad y'all are all here. Muesli bread. Ooh, cool. Hi, Janet. It's so good to see you, honey. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I hope I'll be playing on the jelly plate, but at the moment I'm looking the places where I thought it should be, and I'm not finding it. That's a little frustrating. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Mindy. Thank you, Janet. The first thing I want to do is show some stuff I've been working on for the last few days, and then I'll figure out. I've got these little weird shaped jelly plates that I cut out of a big one when it got damaged, and I'll play on those if I can't find my 5x7. But I thought I knew right where it was, and now I can't find it. I'm sure it's someplace safe because that's what happens when I can't find things. There's someplace safe. Well, I don't use mine as often as I'd like to just because it's a hassle to get it out and all of that. But I love to play on it. Oh, goodness. Not being able to find that one is very frustrating, though. I'm in the 40s now. I know. I'm working hard. I really am. I'm really trying to get stuff done. As per usual, most of the things that I've done already are fiber related. I'm trying to do most of those things off camera. Well, what I'm doing right now, I have to do off camera, some of it, the prep stuff, and then do my paper stuff on camera so that I know more of you are here for paper stuff than fiber stuff. And so I don't want y'all to get bored because I'm just, loving my new spinning wheel and only doing fiber stuff. But so I'm trying to do a mix of both things. But anyway, ink pads and spray water. Ooh, that sounds good. Fiber counts. Okay, good. I've got some locks right here that are right off the fleece. I mean, they've been washed. This is that fleece that Tanya had for 30 or more years that she wasn't doing anything with. So she brought it to me when she came, and I washed it, and I've done some stuff with it already. But this is some that's just been washed, and that's all that's been done to it. And I'm using this as an example of what I did to this over here, even though this stuff isn't from the same fleece. It's similar in bounce. It's just got longer staples than this. The staples in this fleece are pretty short. It's a nice, soft, squishy, bouncy fleece. It's got lots and lots of crimp. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get over here. If you can see the crimp in it, but it's got lots of crimp. And this one does too. So they're similar fleeces except for the length. And this will be a little harder to do what I'm going to show you than this was. But let's get this out of the way first because I don't want to be flicking stuff on it. This is some more silk, and it looks gray on the camera. Wow. It's really a dark kind of blue-green, and it's not as dark as I would like it to be because it's got lots of light spots in it, which is fine. But I can't believe how gray it looks on the screen, and it's really it's a bluish green. It looks like a bluish gray on the screen. But anyway, you know I'm a blue-green person, and this is a blue-green silk that I'm going to use in bats. I'm trying to figure out why the color is so far off. Maybe it's because of this that I've got under it, because this colors look good. These colors look pretty good. Well, that blue looks more blue than turquoise, but they're similar. Hi, Teresa. I'm glad you're here. It does look very gray. Let me put something white behind it, and let's see if that makes a difference. No, it's just looking gray. I thought maybe if I brought it up here, the camera would see more green, but it's like no green at all, according to this. That's really odd. It's really pretty. Of course, it looks pretty gray, but it's not gray. Oh, that's strange. You just never know, do you? I kind of like that steel gray that it looks on the camera, but it's not that color. It's green. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away, but I did dye this, and then I floofed it because it was a really wadded up kind of mess after I dyed it. So it's floofed up and ready to be added into fiber or spun like this. You can do it either way. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm just trying to get things that I've been wanting to dye for a long time dyed up, that I have more options to spin them. This is some fiber I showed y'all. This is some that I washed and then dyed and then rewashed. And it's let me pull out quite a bit of this because it's different colors. This was a purple dye, and it broke when it got in the water with this, and so some of it's pink, some of it's purple, and some of it's blue. But what I did was take the fibers, the locks, and I flicked them, and I made them very soft, and all the anything, vegetable matter, all that kind of stuff is gone, and they will pull out, and I'll be able to spin a really nice yarn with them. They're it'll be a mottled yarn because this particular one even more than the others. Let me show you some of the turquoise ones, because they're pretty mottled too compared to the orange. But all of these, I just took locks, some locks, and I flicked them so that they're very smooth, and then I can just hold them and spin them just like this. And my thought is, I'm not sure, but my thought right now is to spin some of this and then pick up some of this and spin it, and then pick up some of the orange and spin it, and then just go back and forth and make a 2-ply yarn that is where it's kind of plied back on itself. Here's the orange, and there is some of it that's darker than other too, but all of these were just prepped by flicking them, and I'm going to show you in just a second on this how to do that. But that's just one way to prepare your fiber. It's probably it takes the longest maybe, but it is the easiest. You have to have less tools to do this for your fleece than anything else. Of course, the thing that takes the least tools is just to buy it already prepped. But I like playing with it. This was the first fleece. Actually, it's the only fleece I've ever bought. Um, it's a Corriedale fleece, and you can see the difference between these locks and these in size. Of course, these will look a little bit longer when I fluff them out, but anyway, I think it's going to make a fun yarn altogether, but I don't even know how much fiber I have. It's not a lot, like poundage wise, because it's just all floofed out. I haven't weighed it. I just, I spent several hours last night flicking it and getting it ready to go so that I can spin it. I've got something else I'm in the middle of spinning at the moment. But one thing I really like about this little spinning wheel is that I have enough bobbins. I can do 2 projects at once if I'm only going to do a 2-ply. And so this is going to be a project. And then now I'm going to show you. This is the flicker. And it's easier to do this in your lap. But I'm going to do it right here. I put this leather in my lap. And then you twist one end of it. And you just flick it to get out all the vegetable matter and anything that's matted. Or second cuts or little neps. When you card it in the hand cards or on the drum carder, you make neps. When you do it this way, you get rid of any neps that are there. So this way is a little bit purer, purer kind of wool. Hi, Becky. I'm glad you're here. Yes, it'll turn out variegated. That's true. I'm gonna, and it probably will be barber poled quite a bit because I'm not going to worry about trying to do it in the same order all the time. Well, at least I haven't planned on it. I guess I could always do purple and then do orange and then do turquoise and then do purple and orange and turquoise or something like that. And I may do that. It would still barber pole because each of your locks are not the same size. Some of them are really thick and some of them are not so thick. So, can white tulle be coffee dyed? I do not know. I would just try it and see. A lot of times the synthetic fibers are harder to coffee dye than cotton would be. So I'm not sure about that. But like I would just take a little piece of it and try it. This is, because it's so short, it's a little harder to be safe with. You do have to make sure you don't, kill your knuckles. And so that's, I have gotten a knuckle in there before, but it's been a while. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you're here. But this is what I spent my evening doing last night. I had spun one bobbin of what I was spinning, and I was in the mood to do something different than spin the second bobbin. So I just flicked locks and all that dyed fiber because I knew that I couldn't spin it like it was. And if I carded it, I would just end up with it a more matted thing. And I wanted to be able to spin it a smoother yarn. I've got, and I didn't bring it out here, but I've got all the pieces that weren't locks that were messy, and I just kind of floofed them, and I'll probably just spin them from the cloud, and that will be a messier yarn. It won't be as smooth a yarn as what I'm going to spin from the locks, but it's not. And I'll show you both. When I've spun them, I'll show them and we'll compare them because they will look different. There's a little piece of vegetable matter. VM. If you hear people in spinning videos talk about VM, vegetable matter, that's what they're talking about. it took me a while to figure that out when I was first trying to figure this stuff out. So, okay, well, that's cool. I'd love to see how it turns out, Brittany. Okay, I'm going to put, let's see, this is longer. So I think I'm going to take these shorter ones and do them together. And I'm going to put this with this one. My mom's on vacation from work this week and she wanted to go thrifting. So we went yesterday and I spent money, but this is stuff I couldn't pass up. Well, been there, done that, Brittany. Been there, done that. And when it comes to these no spending challenges, I truly think we derive more benefit from the spirit of the thing than we do from um, being legalistic about it. And the point is not to, I mean, the stated point is to not spend any money until you've created a certain number of things. But the true point is to use the things you already have instead of always thinking you need to go out and buy more stuff. So I think there are exceptions we can happily make and not feel guilty about. Besides, if you do feel guilty about it, that doesn't help you in the long run. It's more important to just get back on the wagon and keep going. It's kind of like if you're on a diet and you mess up one day, it's a lot better for you to just go back and start again than it is to say, well, I can't do it. I messed up. I'm done. That's not healthy. So same way with the no spending thing. It's if you find something that's something you can't really pass up, then you need to go ahead and do it, and then just jump right back in. At least that's my 2 cents worth on that. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get this. I have a friend who's going to come over sometime in the next month or so. We haven't found a day off when she's off that I can do it on her day off. But when we do, she wants to come over and I'm going to teach her how to spin. So I'm wanting to have some fibers prepped that we can use. And I think this is probably a good fiber to try to learn how to spin on because it's soft and squishy, but it has good crimp. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to try a bunch of different things and she can see what feels the best in her hand and what her hands, will work with the best. So, okay. Anyway, there's that. I just wanted to show you all those things. Let you know that I'm still working on my 100 things. There's a little more VM in this than there was in the, that stayed in it. And part of that's because it was so short, it was harder for me to flick it. This was a good size or length to use in hand cards to make a Rolag with, which would be a really good prep for this. Once you've done this, that will make your Rolags a lot prettier and your yarn better if you do this first and then you put them, make Rolags out of them. But you don't have to do this first. But if you do, you've already gotten rid of the little stuff that will cause problems in your Rolags. So you could just add that one more step in your prep, especially if you want to make a woolen yarn. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. I've got Oh, y'all are tired of hearing that. I got too much stuff in the way. But y'all are tired of hearing that, I'm sure. Okay, come on. Sorry. Let's see how dizzy I can make you. I'm glad you're continuing on with the challenge, Brittany. I am too. I'm not going to let that thing stop me. Um, all right. I'm going to take one quick look and see if I can find that jelly plate. And if I can't, I'll get down the other ones that I didn't really want to use. It just seems like, there's only so many places I could put it because it needs to be, not have stuff stacked on top of it. So weird. Because now I'm worried that stuff might be stacked on top of it somewhere. And I'm ruining it. Okay, let me move this. Well, I can't find it, and I don't want to take too much time to mess with trying to find it. Okay, so these are my ones that I cut into shapes out of another jelly plate that was messed up. You can see those wrinkles in it. That's because I put plastic wrap on top of it to protect it, which was a really, really bad plan. Now the bottom is still really nice. So I could turn them all over. But if I did that, then they would not stick in this plate at all and they would move around. So it'd be harder to work with them. So I'm just using them like this and letting that texture be part of the deal. Although I could just take one of them out and use it. Where did I put the plastic? I could just take one of them out and use it. Let's do that. Let's just take this one out. Then I don't have to deal with getting paint all in between them and everything. Not in the mood to do that. Not in the mood to mess with that. Okay, now I got to find some gripper to put underneath this or it's going to be sliding all over the place on me. Well, it's little. It won't matter. It'll be okay. It's going to be okay. Paper. See, I really wasn't prepared. I really wasn't prepared. Okay, I'm going to jelly print on these. And I'm going to use... No, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my regular size roller. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, they can, Brittany. And especially this one I did buy on its own, but those other ones I cut out of another one. This one I got at the thrift store. And I got it and another 8x10 that I gave away to someone else. I got both of them for $5, and they didn't look like anybody had ever even used them. But I kept this one, and I gave the 8x10 away because I already had one that size. And then the other ones I cut out of the 8x10 when it got yucky because I messed up. So this one is 6x6. Give me some color combinations to work with. because I don't want to think. I don't want to have to choose colors. So I'm going to make y'all work. Blue and green, yellow and pink. Okay, let me get some of those out. Okay, blue and green. Yellow and pink. Orange and blue. Orange and blue. Turquoise and orange. Turquoise and orange. Metallic blue. I don't know if I have a metallic blue. I have a extreme glitter turquoise. Oh no, wait. This is metallic Laguna. There's not much there though. Let's see what this other one is. No, that's color shift. It's not the same. So what do you want to put with the metallic blue, Barbara? Because you know, if I do it, I'm going to put copper with it. I'm going to let Barbara tell me what she wants to go with the metallic blue, and then we're going to, and yes, copper. Okay. Alrighty. That's good enough for a bit. Okay. And I don't know that I have these in the order in which they were requested. I actually think it was these two and then these like that. Oh, well, that helped. Let's just knock them over, and then I can't remember what they were. No, I can remember. Okay. We're going to start with these two. Dominoes, yeah. Yep. And I don't know how much, if we can get any of this grunge off, but it'd be fun if we could. Okay, there's still a little glittery something on my deal from another time. And I'm going to just go through and do kind of a background thing on each paper. And then we will come and, well, let's do this here. Come along and we'll add stuff on top of it. So this way we're not going to worry about putting anything on this first bunch. Okay. I need to somehow mark where my paper goes so that I won't, so that I can sort of semi put them on top of each other. It won't be perfect, but we're going to try anyway. Okay. That's good enough. If we can get that corner, well, yeah, if we can get that corner to sit, we're going to be happy. Okay. Well, that pulled up a lot of good stuff, but I didn't put enough paint on it to make a background, so it's still interesting. But because it didn't do what I was thinking it was going to do, I'm going to just do another one with the green and the blue, see if we can make a background. It's not terribly scientific, but that's how we're gonna roll here. If I let this sit a minute, maybe it'll pull up some more of that stuff, which will be fun. Any of you have fun plans for the long weekend? Hannah and I are going to try to get that loom warped, but other than that, we don't have anything special planned. Okay. Ooh, I need to remember where the top is because it certainly won't line up if I don't remember where the top is. Okay, let's mark it. Top. I'll probably remember because the top is shorter than the bottom, but anyway, that turned out pretty good too, didn't it? Okay, a really, really light layer for a pickup print. I don't think it'll pick it up, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it since it was requested. And I'm going to use this sage color because I like it. I think it'll be pretty if it does pick that stuff up. That may be too light of a layer. We will see. Throwing me up on the TV. Oh, dear. Well, you're lucky it's not my face on screen, just my hands and my art. I don't want my face on big screen TV. I never think to do that. I could, you know, except when Darren's home watching something else, but I don't think about it. I just watch on my laptop. Brittany doesn't have any plans. She's just glad she doesn't have to work Monday. There you go. Make videos and add to your finished list for 100 things. That sounds great. Okay, well, I didn't put enough of a layer to pull up a lot. It pulled up some. Some of those, what it did pull up is trying to come off. So we're going to just pat it down. It's pretty though. Okay, get this out of the way. Always getting notifications that get in the way. All right, I'm going to try it again with a little bit more paint. Let's, no, I'm going to use this again because I like it. It's not like I got I'm working on or anything anyway, so almost always watch on your TV. Yeah, I could. I just honestly, I don't even think my TV's never on unless somebody else is watching it. I don't ever turn it on. The kids turn it on once in a while during the day. Darren turns it on when he gets home, but that's pretty much it. It's a good idea, especially when you're watching people do art. You know, you can see so much better. But and videos are definitely a fun thing to do on the TV because you can you don't have to worry about trying to chat. Pat those down. It's funny because this paint that I painted on there is not what's sticking or coming up. It's the, we've got several reiterations of this. Oh. Oh, interesting. Ever After. I don't know anything about that book, but it sounds interesting. I'm going to go ahead and do another one, see if I can pull up some more of this. Are y'all getting tired of that? Maybe if I put a different background color, people will be more excited. Let's put some yellow. It's like red, white, and blue colors, nice for Memorial Day. Oh, you type from your phone. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I've never tried it. Of course, I don't watch on my phone either. So if I only had a phone, if I was watching on my phone or my TV, I would definitely watch on the TV because I really don't like to watch on my phone. Hi, Mina. So good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So you're throwing it up onto the TV from your phone? Because I've only tried to do it from my laptop. And when I do it from my laptop, because there did I have watched some YouTube things on the TV, it only throws the video. It doesn't throw the chat up there. But I haven't ever tried to do it from my phone. Yeah, I could do the packing tape, Barbara. I'm not really trying to, I mean, it's not like I'm wanting to get it clean. That's why I'm doing this. I'm just thinking it's fun to get bits onto these papers. But after this one, we'll move on to doing some of the other colors y'all asked for. And we'll pull up on those, whatever we pull up on them. Okay, there's that one. I like the green way better than the yellow, personally. Personally, but it's a personal thing. Okay, we're going to do pink and yellow now. Brittany likes that one. So let's add the pink to it. Because that will be fun. Let's flip this over. I like it when the colors mix, but not completely. So you see some yellow and some pink and some orange. The plate sure would like a soaking in baby oil. Yes, it would, and it needs one, I'm sure. And I probably should do that when we get through today. I have never soaked this one in baby oil. It probably is feeling mistreated and misused, Becky. It probably is. Okay, let's see what we get here. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's move on to the orange and blue. Not much orange left in there. those paints I got from Dollar Tree that I really like to use on the jelly plate are behind piles of stuff, and so I can't even get to them right now to use them. Is that something that came? Yeah, get that off. Well, this turned into a semi-mud, didn't it? That's okay. It'll still be pretty. It will still be pretty. Oh, I just put my arm in that. Hi, Julie. I'm glad you popped in. I love jelly printing too, so you're more than welcome to watch the replay. Oh, this looks pretty. This looks pretty. You can't see the orange as good as I can, but the blue muted it out, but it's still there in the background. What y'all see is kind of a dark tan is really orange. I'm a little bit upset about this. Let's see if turning on some more light will make a difference. Not much. You can maybe see it's a little more orange now, but not a lot. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sharon. I'm so glad y'all are here. We're playing on the jelly plate. Okay, this one needs to go somewhere else because it's very wet. Okay, there's that combination. Now we've got turquoise and orange. So I'm using a darker orange and a turquoise that's darker than that blue was. So it's kind of the same combination in different tones. I don't want to mix it up too much. Oops. Just knocking stuff over right and left. Okay, I'm liking that paper. We're going to set that aside too. Well, now I can't grab a paper to, here we go. Almost has a powdery shimmer. Yeah, that light blue does. That's true. It is Blue Bonnet by Apple Barrel. See, that still looks more brown than orange on the camera. Why is it so bad today? I don't understand. I don't understand. From day to day, it does its own thing. Well, I'm going to put some more stuff on the back of this because that looks really good. So let's go back to this one and we'll do this side. And now we're going to do the metallic blue, or it's metallic turquoise, I guess. It's a Blue Lagoon, it says. And some copper. Well, be sure, be careful, Becky. Of course, I ordered mine, but I ordered a 3-tiered cart from Harbor Freight, and it came and it was dented on one side, and I just took it back and went and got something else. But it was easy to take back because I could just take it to the store. But the one I wanted had locking wheels, and the ones in the store, at least in our store, didn't have locking wheels. And so, but I was in a hurry and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go wait another week for it to arrive again from, buying it online. So I just we bought a 2 drawer cabinet kind of thing at the Habitat for Habitat for Humanity store, the Restore, and Darren put wheels on it for me because he was going to have to build me a top shelf on the other one anyway. So that didn't pull up anything. Let's just try sticking another one down on top and see what happens. I don't know if it'll pull up anything or not, but let's just see. Yeah, I like what we got. It won't I think I like it better than what I was planning with the 3-wheeled cart because I've got my drum carter on it and I've got my Big Shot on it, and then I've got 2 big drawers that I've got a bunch of fiber stuff in to make bats out of. And that way I don't have to store that stuff in bins anymore. I can actually get to it. Well, that's what came off with that try, without putting any extra paint on it. Okay, and I'm trying to see. I guess that was the last of the colors that everybody asked for. So let's go back and kind of mix those up a little bit. I'm still not really in the mood to try and figure out what stencil to use or whatever. So I'm just going to continue to play here. We're going to do green and copper because, my 2 favorite colors. Although this isn't necessarily my favorite green. I don't know if I have a favorite green, but okay, this piece is finished now. I'm going to stick that somewhere and we can put it in a journal later. Resting your wrist. Yes, you need to do that. Get art and sewing in separate places. I think that's a wonderful idea, Becky. I don't really have room to have separate places except that the loom and spinning wheel are in the living room. Everything else is in here. All the fibers for the loom and the spinning yarns, all that stuff is in here with my paper stuff. But those 2 tools are in the living room. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. So what do we want to do next? Let's do pink and turquoise. Haven't tried that. Okay. Kind of messed up right there, but I'm going to not fret about it. I'm going to not fret about it. Bubble gum. Cindy's eating a late lunch. That sounds good. I actually ate an early lunch today because I knew if I tried to eat after I had to run a couple of errands after taking Hannah to work that I would not get back in time to stream. So I ate kind of early and not quite as much as I normally have for lunch. So I'll probably want to have a little something else later, but we're having a guild meeting tonight at the park. So I can take a little snack of something there because that's where it's bring your own picnic or whatever kind of thing. So Chinese, ooh, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Let's do yellow and blue. Thank you, Janet. I think it will be lovely. I'm really looking forward to it. We haven't met um since February of 2020. So we've had some Zoom meetings, which has been nice to be able to do that, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, I think it'll be nice. And because of the rain we've had, the park was nice and green. And it has some big trees. We can sit out under the trees, and so it won't be too hot. We're going to meet at 6:30. So we usually meet at 7, but since we're meeting at the park, we're going to meet earlier so we can go home earlier. It will be nice to be face to face. It sure will. First time I've been face to face with any of these ladies is when we all went to that estate sale. Um, the night early, he asked us to come a day early, and so that that's the only time I got to see any of them face to face. So this is that sage green and the copper. Just using all the colors that we already have out here. I've I've got several more pieces. I think I'm going to just put something on all of them, and then I'll come back and um well, most of them. I'll probably save a couple to do, to for this, but and then we'll come back and get out some stencils or some mark making somethings and do a little more. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's try copper and pink. It's funny because some of these I'm thinking, well, they're kind of pretty like they are. I don't know if I want to add anything, but it'll be fun to add stuff. So we're going to, even though I kind of like them like they are. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, I'm kind of liking the copper with all the stuff now. Let's do this pale blue and copper. I don't think I've done that combination. Hmm. Do you buy 2 or 3 bottles of copper at a time? um, Sometimes I do. The kids gave me some copper and gold and for Mother's Day because they knew I was not buying stuff. So they gave me that along with that knitting loom. And then I found some on sale that had some gold and 2 different kinds of copper in it. So so I have some copper right now, but I love it enough that if I run out, that's definitely a thing you have to go get if you run out. If it's on sale, I definitely buy more of them. Okay, let's see. Let's try copper and yellow. I have never done that ever, I don't think. So let's just play and see what it looks like. I'm not really big on using yellow. Um, oh, that's blue. That's not copper. Well, we're doing it anyway. That wasn't what I had planned. Wasn't what I had planned. We'll do copper and yellow next. See, I guess subconsciously I don't really want to do copper and yellow. Okay, let's put that out of the way. Okay, we're going to do um, you can't see how bright the green is. The green is really bright compared to what it looks like on the screen. But I like it. Okay, let's find this one down here that didn't do much. And put it back on here because there was some paint left on there. Okay, bye-bye, Barbara. Thanks for coming. Okay, so we added a little bit of stuff to that one. Okay, one more yellow and copper, and we're going to see what we think about that. And I'm going to try to put less yellow. It does look like a footprint. You're right. That's funny. Come on. In case y'all didn't see the footprint. There it is. Forensic jelly printing. All right, let's see what this looks like. It's not horrible. Still not my favorite combination, but it's not horrible. Okay, let's pull some of these from the bottom that are dry and do something on top of them. I don't think I even own yellow color shift. I have some color shifts, but I don't use them that often. All right, let's see what we can find here that will work. Okay, it's going to take me a second, sorry. I'm just not seeing that much that really says I want to play with it. We can use those. I'm going to drop them all. I don't really want to drop them all. I'll use some of those. Tanya sent me those. That'll be fun. Okay. All right. Try them on my plate. Okay, Sherry. Okay, let's just do that before we start this. Let's do that. Let me get some more papers and the color shift paint. Okay, these are the colors I have. I've got purple flash, pink flash, blue flash, aqua flash, and green flash. So let's move these out of the way. Do we want to mix these or just use them one at a time? We could also mix them in with something else. They're Folk Art Color Shift paint, acrylic paint metallic gloss finish. Mix. Okay, Janet, do we mix two of these or do we mix one of these with the regular color? I don't use these enough to, I need some direction. Contrasting colors. Okay. So what would we put with the pink flash? Yellow? Use the same. Oh, you want these to be contrasting? Like this? Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm just going to throw some on here then. And then we're going to see what they will do, you know, as the backgrounds, just like we were doing the other ones. Hi, Teresa. Teresa says pink and green. I did, I think, pink and turquoise. I think is what I did. Pink and aqua. Well, that's what it looks like. It's pretty. Let's try, what was, she said pink and green. Let's try that. Layer them so they can be translucent. Yeah. This one over here at least looks very springy. I'm wondering about that too. We may try some of these to put something on top of this. There's the pink and the green. Let's try the purple and the green. Bishop! Bishop is here! Yay! Praise the Lord. We're so glad to see you. We're so glad to see you. And thank you so much for my for the super chat. Do a happy dance. I'm happy because she's here. Yay! Happy dance, happy dance. Woohoo! Oh, I'm so happy to see you. So happy. Oh, thank you so much too, but thank you mostly for being here, and I'm so grateful you're getting better. Makes my whole day. Makes my whole day. Totally forgot what I was going to do. I'm so excited. Oh, goodness. Okay. I was going to do, I don't remember. I don't remember what I was going to do. Purple and something. Let's try the purple and the blue. The blue is, I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see if I can get it where you can see it. It's kind of split because I didn't shake it up. But that's kind of cool, actually. Purple and yellow. Okay, I'll do that next. I don't have a yellow one of these color shift, but I can put it with regular yellow paint. That'll be a fun combination to try. Or purple and orange. We got both of those. I missed the purple and orange. We'll do both of them. We will do them both. Whoops. The blue barely shows up at all. It's mostly just this really pinky purple. That's what you see. It's pretty, but it's just didn't look anything like what I thought it would. Okay, what were we saying? Purple and orange was first, so let's try that. Let's put orange down, and then we'll put purple down. Oops, that was poorly. That was poorly more than I need. Yeah, the color shift is translucent. That's one of the cool things about it. Okay, that one is pretty enough. I'm going to leave it. We are going to get to a second layer here in a minute. Do them side by side. Okay. Well, this is the first one I've tried with the regular paint and the color shift paint. So we'll see. We'll see how much they blend. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. We still got quite a bit of stuff on this. Let's see. Let me find that one that didn't have much on it. Where is it? Well, I say that, and then we're going to run out of time. Okay, I'm just going to put it over this yellow one because, oops, I wasn't as excited about that anyway. Okay, we pulled up a little bit on that one. Okay, she said do them side by side. And stencil with the regular cover over the top, color over the top to make the shiny pop out. No, I don't have red, Janice. Purple and orange is what Janice wanted, so I'm going to do those side by side. And we'll see how that looks. They will blend some in the middle, but whoops. Okay, let's do this first, and then we're gonna do some with stencils over the top of these other things in a minute too. So. Okay, when you say one of the dried ones, did you mean um, stencil with the regular cover over the top of one of these, or did you mean, or were you talking about the side by side? See, I'm confused. There's kind of side by side. There's a little bit of the color shift over here because you can see it, and a little bit of the orange over here, but they're mostly side by side. Use one of the dried ones, yes, with a stencil, one you've already made. Okay. So if I do one of these and do the stencil, use the stencil, and then lay this down on it, is that what you're saying? Okay, now I can do this and put the color shift on it. Let's do that. And then I can take this stencil off and put it on top of that. Oh, and there goes my notification getting in the way. Okay, let's see. Now this one has orange and blue, and she likes the purple, so I'm going to do the purple with it. Let's take this up and oh, let's put it right here. It didn't do much, but that's okay. Oh, okay. Well, see, I think this is doing the same thing, though. This is doing the same thing. I'm just pulling it off of here instead of, I think it'll be the same thing. It'll end up the same. Because that's what how you were wanting it to look, right? Okay, let me, let's do this. And, I don't think this will work as well, but I'm going to try it because that's what she wanted me to do first. And I've been doing everything else except what she asked me to do. Let me find something to put some paint on. I think this will pretty much come out looking just the same way, except I'm doing it on a different background. So Okay. It basically does the same thing. I just didn't, this doesn't show up maybe as good um because of the colors behind it maybe. But basically it's the same effect. Just one I did on the jelly plate and one I didn't. So this effect you could do even if you don't have a jelly plate. So that's good to know. Okay, let's just use up that paint. Hi, Kathleen. So good to see you. Yeah, I like the translucent quality of them too. I just rarely use them. I mean, I think honestly, this is like the second time I've even tried. My roller got here a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, let's try a different stencil. I'm trying to figure out where to put my stencils once I get through using them because they're gonna. Okay, let's try this just for kicks. And let's use the, I don't know why, but I want to use the turquoise. I'm thinking maybe it'll show up better than something else. And let's use a different background because I don't want to put it on that orange. I want it on something. Yeah, let's put it on top of this orange. I think it'll show up better there. Whoops. That's how that one looks. So, the thing is, they're not very bright, and so they sometimes hide. I think maybe they'll show up more. I don't know. Let's try this one with that green on top. I don't know how I'm gonna like it, but we're gonna try it anyway. And let's use some leaves. Um, no, I'm not sure if she used color shift paint or not. I can't remember, but that's what they are. These are color shift paint. I don't think she was using color shift when I was there, but I had to leave early, so she may have used it afterwards. I had to leave and take Hannah to work, and so I didn't get to see everything. do this. And then pick this up and put it on here just for kicks. Okay. Now then, let's put this on top. I think you're right too, Becky, and we're going to try some of that because I did do some of them in the background, and then we're going to put some regular paint on top and see how that looks. So we'll try both things. Although that one turned out pretty cool. I'm just going to let that dry. See, here's where I stamped off the rest of the stencil on that. That's kind of interesting. Let's find, where did I put those that I did the color shift? Okay, there's one. And there's one. And there's one. That's only half of one. This one, and there's one. So we'll do regular paint on those, and we'll see how that looks. So, but I am going to leave this here, and then we'll do a different stencil on top of it. But so I'm going to let it dry, and we'll see if this will come up with the other. I don't know if it will or not. What I may do is use the same stencil and offset it just a tiny bit and put a regular green on there and see if it'll pull it all up and put it on here. No, let's do it on here since I'm going to do green. I think that'll look good. Okay, I think that's good. Let's bring that stencil back. I don't want to offset it a lot, but I do want a little bit. Well, that wasn't. Let's go up a little. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of this green and a little bit of the sage and kind of mix them on here. So we'll end up with 3 different greens on this one. And we're going to pull this off again and add that there. And then we're going to put this, if I can get my act together here, on here. Whew, we'll see. Got some nice orange on me. Okay, so we've got a color shift background. We've got regular paint, and then a little more of the color shift in front of that regular paint. This looks better in person than it does on the camera. I think having the thing in regular paint and the color shift paint makes it look cohesive. I like that, but I don't think it does what I was wanting to do, which was put something just regular paint on top of this. So what I think I'm going to do next is kind of clean this off my plate and then do a regular paint where I'm not picking up any more color shift paint. I hope that makes sense. That way the whole print that's on top of the background will be regular paint. And then I guess any of this stuff it happens to pull off. Let's see if we can get some of that off. It's not really wanting to enhance anything at the moment, so. And it's not coming off either, so. Okay. And when you say that, do you mean after it's finished, outline them like with a black pen or something, Janet? Is that? Because I think that would look beautiful, but I don't know if that's what you were thinking of or if you were thinking of something different when you say to outline them. Yes. Okay, good. We'll do that in a minute. We'll let it dry good first. Now I've got to clean my hands off after that. All I did was transfer the paint from to my hands. Like a Stabilo or a gel pen. Yeah. Well, a gel pen's what I had in mind because I know exactly where that is. Stabilo would probably be fun too, but. Okay. So now let's choose something to go with this. Black would really make these pop. Yeah, I think it would. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I would use a black Sharpie or a black gel pen. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, this one might be fun. The problem is we've got leaves down here and flowers up there. Not sure how that would work. So let's think a minute. Let's do a little yellow here. And a little pink here. And some green down here. And this may end up being a total mess, but I have never played on the jelly plate with my fingers before. I don't know. That may have been ridiculous to do, but anyway, we'll see what turns out. Okay. This may smush enough that it messes it up. Let's see if we can do it lightly. I don't know. Yeah, what was on the plate was pretty. We'll see how it's going to look. Outlined, that'll probably be fun. Let's do another one. Sponge it on. That was a great idea, Kathleen. I just wish I had seen it. So there's another one. I think if we use some ink on it, it'll end up being okay too. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So let's try something different now and see what we get. And let's do this with let's do a turquoise. I honestly very rarely put my paint on top of the stencil. Not because I think there's something wrong with doing that. I just, we get in the habit of doing things a certain way. Okay. Obviously, I didn't line it up right. But the idea is cool. Let's move this out of the way so it can. I've even got my my clothesline hung up, but I don't have any pins on it. Hannah was using it to dry some clothes. And so you could trim it up. That's true. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these little papers. I just wanted to make some. Because jelly printing is something I've been wanting to do for a while and haven't made the chance. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, and we'll just go ahead and do something else. And it can just add in. It can just add into what we're doing. Okay, another stencil. Let's do this one. And I'm going to use this because it's a lot lighter than what the background is, and see how that turns out. Too much paint. Too much paint. I know I need a little extra to get it to go down in that stencil, but I didn't intend to put that much on there. I'll take that off because I don't want it a border. I just want the leaves. Okay, just go ahead and put that on there. Okay. I can do that. When I normally do it, I normally put the paint underneath it and then take a pull with a stencil on. But I'll do that next. But if you do that, then you take away some of this paint too, and then you don't get as good a print. I think that one turned out good. Okay, on this one, I think I'm going to just put something in the background and see if I can pull this off. I'll just do a new piece of paper. Yeah, that's my problem, Kathleen. When I prep, I do a good job. And I have to remember to be careful. But that pulled up what was on the plate, so that worked out good. Okay. Now then, we want to use this stencil again. And let's do copper. Okay, let's use, no, yeah, it'll be all right. Let's do this. That's what it looks like when you do it lightly. Ah, yeah, I really like that stencil. It's simple, but it's really pretty. That looks pretty, I think. It looks pretty much the same if you take it on there or if you just take your stencil off and lay it down and print it. It pretty much gives you the same effect. So you can do it whichever way you want. Okay, I gotta clean my hand again and get some more paper to roll off on. Yeah, I love the metallics too, Cindy. Okay, let me get some more wipe off paper. Or roll off paper, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Um, I wanted to play. I had something new I wanted to play with. Trying to remember where I put it. Trying to remember. Okay. This isn't new and it's been messed up, but I thought, sometimes some leaves are chewed up. So I decided to go ahead and keep it and use it. And then this is something that I got when Tanya was here at the thrift store. And I thought it would be fun to use as a stamp on the jelly plate, but I haven't tried it yet. So we're going to try it. And I'm going to let this be my background for this. Um, okay, I'm going to do these two. I'm going to stamp this on here, and then I'm going to lay it over on top of this, and then I'm going to pull up what I stamped into onto this. Okay, so there's my plan. So now I need to decide what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use copper. I'm just kind of in a, oh wow, that's a lot of copper. Way more than I need. Way more than I need. I might can stamp copper leaves all over this paper. Okay, let's move that. Okay, so let's just use it several times. See if we can. Whoops. Threw that one on the floor. And this is too much paint, so this will probably all blob up. So I'm going to try to do it lightly, so maybe it won't blob up. Okay, so there's how that turned out. And if I cut these down, then it'll just have leaves going off. So that's good. Okay, I just put way too much paint and messed that up. And of course, it didn't line up good either. It's still pretty. It's just not as good as it could be. Not as good as it could be. Okay. I'm just going to stick this on here. Try black and color shift green on top. Alrighty. Okay. That just added something to the background. It didn't really do much of anything. Okay. I want to do this one next. And see what we've got under here. Okay, these under here are backgrounds. True, true. And nothing's a complete loss. You know, if you just take a little bit of this and put it up, make it into a background for an ATC or something, it can definitely be used. I just had more paint on it than what I was wanting to do. Okay, and for this one, I'm going to do pink and orange, I think, just to see what it looks like. Oh, and I was going, now what was I going to do with that? Okay, see, this is the opposite of what I needed to do. So we're going to take that and press this on top of it. And see if we can get any to come off. Not much. Okay. All right. It was a good thought. It just didn't work. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. I always think that when I'm watching other people too, Teresa. How come yours always looks better than mine? I think that's a normal thing to think. And there it's still not. It's not lined up. Yeah, no, not so good. But you can always add something on top. We can always add something on top. Okay. I do want to try this again, though. Now that I've got some paint on it, and if I don't use as much paint, maybe I can pull off more, and then my flowers will show through. That's my hope. So let's use something dark so it can be the background. Oh, it slides. That not good. Oh, glad you're home, Kathy. I know you're ready to be home. I'm just gonna, this time I'm gonna try to do it from here because I'm obviously not doing a good job lining it up with the tape. Okay, see, that's kind of what I was looking for. See if I can get the glare off. No, I can't get the glare off, but that's what it looks like. Kind of like it. All right, let's do it. Let's see what else we've got under here. Let's do it one more time with this because this is the color shift. See if we can make our flowers look like that. And I'm going to clean this off and then we'll get out the black and do what Sherry was asking us to do a minute ago. I think it was Sherry said to use black and then use the green color shift on top. Oh, that was not smart. That was not smart. Okay, don't try to dry it with the Kleenex. Not a good idea. It's bad enough when you use a what's the word I'm trying to come up with? It's bad enough when you use a paper towel, but a Kleenex leaves even more junk. Okay. This time I'm not going to let it slide. I'm just going to push straight down. Okay. And we'll see if we can line this one up. There's that one. The color shift kind of lost its luminescence, though, a little bit. Not completely, but a little bit because there's so much green that kind of went over it. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, okay. Now then, black. That's not black. It's gray. I know I'm supposed to have some black paint here somewhere. I have some black metallic and black gesso. This pavement is the closest thing to black that I have. And it's really just a dark gray, I think. So, but we'll do it anyway because it's as good as I can get. Thanks, Kathy. It's a really pretty dark gray, but it's not black. Okay, there's our dark gray, not quite black. Let that dry a minute. And then she wants us to use the green color shift on top of it. Do you want a geometric stencil or a leaf stencil? Sherry, do you want a leaf stencil or some kind of geometric shape stencil for the green? As it dries, you can see that it's really gray and not black. It's a really pretty gray though. Leaves or feather? Okay. Well, these are leaves that are sort of feather-ish. So we'll use those. I really like these too. Okay. Is that almost dry? I'm going to wait just a second. Let that get dry. Okay. Oh, it almost went away. That looks really pretty. That would be fun doodled on too. Maybe with, I don't know. If you doodle on it with black, Might not show up as much. Could doodle on it with white maybe. I don't know, but I like it. And then we've still got a leaf there. I'm going to let that dry a little bit. White pen, Sherry says. Okay. Or maybe a yellow gel pen. I don't have one of those. I don't have one of those. I have very few gel pens. I have black, and then I have these really, really tiny Uniball Signo. I don't know if those are gel pens or not. But if these are not, I have a maroon one and a green one of these. And then I have black gel pens. And then I have this white that looks dried up. So I don't know. I used to have a gold and a silver one somewhere too, but trying to see, what was this? Yeah, that's a black Signo pen. So that is one thing I just don't really have. I don't know why. I just don't. Okay. I used to have, when Hannah was young, we had a lot of gel pens. And when her cousins were here, we did all kinds of things with gel pens because they were really into gel pens. But they dry up if you don't use them. And so when those dried up, we just didn't buy anymore. Okay. I think I want to find something that I don't like and put something solid. Maybe this one. Put something solid over this and then put it on top of this and just obliterate that if we can. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to use this pavement. Why not? We'll see what happens. Posca pen. I do have some Posca pens. I don't use the colored ones of those very often either, so I don't know if they're any good or not, but I do have some colored ones. I mostly use black and white Posca pens. Okay, it didn't completely obliterate the background, but it gave some kind of a focal point to it anyway. And then it kind of pushed it way back. So you can still see the colors and you can still barely see the flowers, but not as much. I like it better for sure. I like it better for sure. Okay. I've still got some of these that we haven't done any second thing on. Do we want to do some more on top of these, or do we want to doodle some? Which do you think? I have to get off at 5, so. I'm waiting patiently to see if somebody will tell me what they would prefer. If I don't hear anything, I'll just keep on jelly printing on these. And then we could ink on them later. Whatever is calling me. Whatever is calling me. Ooh. Blue, Sharon says. Okay, Sharon. You want me to do something blue on top of this? I'm glad you're here. Okay. Sharon says blue. So let's do something blue. Oh, let's try this. That will be interesting. Trying to decide, do I want this to be the circles or do I want the blue to be the circles? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do the blue, and then I'm going to pull it off and lay the stencil on top of this, and then print this on top of this. Okay, so that's our plan at the moment. Let me scooch this over a little bit because I'm going to need some room to lay this down. And I'm going to use a fairly bright blue because it's sitting, oh, maybe the metallic. Let's try that because it's sitting right here. Or maybe we'll mix these two. Let's do that. That'll be more fun. Okay. Okay. Now let's move this out of the way and see if we can pick this up. And lay it down. Okay, let's lay this on here while we're trying to decide about that. Okay, there. Okay. Okay, so this is how that one turned out. It's got a design, but it's kind of speckledy. And that one had too much paint, so it kind of mushed together. But it's interesting. That one might be fun to doodle on too. But this one, let's put it on here and see if we can pull up. Is that, we don't have that many more. Let's do it on the here, because this is one we've been putting a bunch of stuff on. So Sharon's gessoing canvas to start a painting. Cool. What are you painting, Sharon? Okay. This is just a messier mess of stuff. Just a messier mess, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's put that one up there and put this one over here. And that stencil is still pretty wet. Okay, I'm going to use this one as my roll-off paper now because she's going to put a print on the canvas and paint flowers around it. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to leave this just there in the background or the foreground. I guess it could be in the foreground. Where did I put that? And I'm going to do something with this again. And let's use I kind of think I want the copper. I kind of think I do. And too much paint again. That's who I am. I'm the too much paint girl. Let's get rid of some of that. Oh, excuse me. Good grief. I'm sorry you'll have to listen to that. I should mute, but I keep thinking that's it. Okay, sorry. I finally was able to sneeze, and that helped. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do. Thank you, Sharon. I love jelly printing. It's one of my favorite things to do. Of course, I have a lot of favorite things, but it's on the favorite list. Okay, let's see if we can get one really nice impression of this on here. And then we're going to put it on here, and maybe our leaves will be all distressed looking. We'll see. Paint great stuff. Cool. Go paint great stuff. Okay, let's see what happens here. I think this would have been prettier if the green had covered up everything else more. So if I'd had more green, maybe, but I don't know if it would have pulled off as nicely. So I don't know. I don't mind it. It just didn't do what I was hoping it would do. Okay, we got two more. Two more. And I want to do play with this one a little bit. I think I've only used this on one project, so and I think this gray would look pretty for the numbers on top of this. We will see. Woo. Let's swap this down. Okay. I think I had too much paint on there. These are kind of, you know, all jumbled together anyway. But let's see. No, they look pretty, pretty crisp. I'm actually kind of happy with that. Okay. So let's see how they do on here. Oh, I should have put the stencil on upside down. Shoot, I forgot. I forgot to put the stencil on upside down. So now we have upside down letters. You have to look in the mirror to use this one. Oh, and it was probably going to be really cool too. Yep, mirror images. Okay, that's a little sad. I think I want to try that again. We only have one paper left, but I think I want to try that again. I think I do. So let's clean this off. Otherwise, we won't have crisp images of the numbers. Okay. I like them too. I just wish they were right side up. I mean, you know, the right way up. But that's all right. We're going to do another one. It might not look as good because the background's not as solid, but that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. I don't know if this paint will come off on the jelly plate. I don't want to mess up the stencil. It's really hard to clean a stencil like this because all those little pieces um, catch on whatever you're using, and then they don't lay down flat after that. Well, we may just have to take our chances. Because I'm not in the mood to take it in the house and wash it good, which is what I really should do to make sure this worked well. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more. Well, a new toilet's always a good thing. Maybe it'll work well. I guess it's better to have it done before you absolutely have to. Because when you're in dire straits, that's not a fun place to be. See, there's one piece that came up. Okay, I think that's the only piece that got bent, but now I need to let it dry a second. Let it dry a minute. Bye, Janice. Thanks for coming. Okay. We will try this again. Okay. Whew. Okay, let me. All right. Let me do one more thing. Okay, that's not really clean, but we're gonna call it good. Okay, we'll run to the store, Kathy. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you got to come in for a little bit. Oh, no, that didn't work. And it's not because there wasn't enough paint. It just left half the paint on here. Well, that's a mess. That's a mess. That's a mess. I don't like it. So we're going to throw some paint in here and cover it up. I'm going to mix it with this gray. Maybe it'll, I've never tried to mix copper and gray before, but maybe that will make the letters not show up so much. I mean, the numbers. We will see. That may have been a not good plan, but it's definitely goopy enough that they probably won't show up. Now you have an air conditioning guy. Good grief. What if you weren't home? Okay. Well, that's a kind of interesting background. The gray is really matte. It's not right now because it's wet, but it will be. And then the copper is shiny. So we'll see what that looks like. Let's see if there's something I want to cover up. Maybe this one. Don't really care for that one. Good grief. That's just wrong. Okay. Now we got a camouflage going on here. Let's let that go ahead and dry. And I think I'm through jelly printing for today. Let me put this. Oh, I need to wipe that off. Got goopy paint around the edge. I need to baby oil it like Becky said, but I need to clean it first. So we'll take it in the house and do that later. Okay, there's got to be a flat spot somewhere I can sit this. I don't see one. I don't see one. Okay. Let's, let me get these out of the way. Okay, sorry. I just want to put these up. It won't take but a second. Okay. No, pink. We put the pink up. That is weird. I mean, we rent, but of course we rent for my mom. But I've always rented, but I've never rented an apartment in an apartment building. I've always rented a house, So um, maybe they do houses different than apartments. I don't know. I can't imagine them getting away with not even warning you that they were coming. That's the thing. If you don't have knowledge of them coming and they just barge right into your house, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Okay, we're gonna just take this and I'm not trying to do these, perfect. They're kind of sketchy, but that's okay with me. I just want it to kind of show up better. In fact, I think actually sketchy looks better since everything's kind of distressed and messy looking anyway. That definitely makes it show up better, doesn't it? And I can go back in here and do some. I like that. Let's see. Let's pull out. Yeah, let's pull out this one. I'm kind of purposely making these even more sketchy than that other one because I think I like that. Yep, I like that. And it's fun. Okay, here's the one that was really, we weren't sure was going to show up. Come on, we may need a Posca for this one. I like the white though, so let's try. See if we can find a little Posca. Oh. I thought I had one smaller than this one. Nope. Ooh, sorry. All right, we'll try this one. Whoa. Okay. I don't know. That one kind of was going crazy. It's like, yes, you haven't played with me in forever. You haven't played with me in forever. Not sure how I feel about that one. Not sure how I feel about that one. We talked about doing the same thing on this one, but we said maybe use yellow. So let's get a yellow in it, see if it works. I do have one. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I also have a green one. Good grief. I just kind of flooded everything here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's try to be a little more careful with this one. This is what it's looking like now. I think I would probably like a darker green better. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to, Kathleen. I think I'm probably going to. I'm just going to add it kind of on top of or beside this yellow. Not trying to cover up the yellow with it, just add it in. I don't know if y'all can even see the yellow and green both on there. Um, it does look better with the yellow and the green both. It does look better with both. Let's find those flowers and play with those a little bit. Let's do this one. Thanks, Janet. There's the leaf part. I don't know if this is gonna help this flower show up more, or hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. So there's some sketchy added onto that one. See if this one's dry enough. I can put something on top of it. Yeah. Okay. Not really in the mood to do more flowers or leaves. I'm going to have to get off in just a minute anyway. Unfortunately, Deborah, I'm fixing to have to get off, but I'm wondering. If we put this back down, I don't know. The stencil's moving on me, and I'm kind of being impatient, so I'm not doing a very good job with it. don't know how this is going to look. But once you get started, you kind of have to go ahead and do it. Even if it's messy and doesn't look good. We're almost through. And then I'm going to have to go because I should have been off already. Okay. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can really see it or not. So I think it adds something to it. I didn't finish that one up there, though. I just realized. When I was up there, I was thinking, well, I'm not going to be doing all of them anyway. Okay. That's what we're going to call done on that one. I think it's more interesting than it was, so I'm okay with that. Even if they're not perfect, nothing about it's perfect, so it looks like it all kind of belongs. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go. Thank y'all for coming and playing with me today. I had fun. I hope you did. I hope you did. It was so good to see this up here today. I'm glad I came on to stream, if only to know she's good and getting well enough she can watch. So that was wonderful. Bye-bye. God bless you, and I love you all. And I'll see you again Monday night, if not before. Bye-bye.